Hi everyone, it's Miss Lisa, your art teacher. Welcome back to my table of art. How is everyone from Miss Katie Cook's class? I hope you're all doing well. I miss you all very much, and I'm sure you know that. And I'm sure you miss me just as much, right? That's okay. So today I'd like to talk to you about lines. You know, those things you wait on. You wait online to go to the next class. You wait online to go to the bathroom. You wait online at the supermarket. Oh no, not those lines. I don't want to talk about those lines. No, I want to talk about different kinds of lines. Like a straight line. What does a straight line look like? I don't know. How about that? That's very light. We need it to be a little darker. So let's get a darker marker for this. Now I got a darker, thicker blue marker, so it should stand out much better. There we go. We've got a straight line. Do you know what other kind of line I'm going to make? Tell me if you know what this is. Looks like a zipper, but it has an actual name. What kind of a line is that? It's a zigzag line because it zigs and zags and zigs and zags and zigs and zags. It's a zigzag line. Did you know that a line could be a direction? This first line that we made that goes straight across from side to side. In a painting or a picture, we call that the horizon line. It's a horizontal line going straight across from side to side. But guess what? I can't find my eraser, so I'm going to use my napkin. I'm going to erase these lines, and I'm going to show you different ones. And you know what? I'm going to bring this down a little bit so you can see better. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we've got our horizon line, which goes side to side. Do you know what this line that goes top to bottom is? It's a vertical line. Vertical goes from top to bottom. And then we have horizontal, from side to side. What would we call a line that's a little tilted? I would call that a diagonal. So that's your diagonal. Diagonal! Everybody, on the count of 3, we are going to make the lines in the direction of their name. What is this? This is vertical. Straight up and down. Make your arms move. Straight up and down. Vertical. How about horizontal? Side to side. Let's go side to side because it's a horizontal line. Diagonal. Let's make our arms go on a diagonal. Diagonal. Very good. Give yourselves a hand. You kids are spectacular. Alrighty. What other lines can we talk about? How about we make some lines that are wiggly? Like a wiggly worm. Wiggly, 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 curvy, wiggly lines. How do you like those? I like them. They're wiggly. They're silly but wiggly. And remember, when we pull up our zipper, it's a zigzag. It's a zig that zags and zigs and zags and zigs and zags and zags and zigs and zigs. It's a zigzag. Oh my goodness, all these lines are making me loopy. That's another good line. It's a loopy, 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 loopy. It goes on and on and on because it's a loopy line. There are so many different kinds of lines. You know, we could even consider a line that breaks and starts and breaks and starts and breaks and starts. A line. Boop, 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 boop. There you go. That's another one. So, I think I would like to make a snake, which is a line. And where does that line go? Round and round and round and round and round and round and round. That's the kind of line we're going to make today. So if you're ready, let's get out our paper. You all should have a big piece of paper like this. Really, really big. And we're going to start with a dot. A what? a dot. We're going to start with a dot. But you need to see what I'm doing, so I need to get a helping hand. Can anybody help me? Oh, you, the one in the blue. Me? Yes, you, the one in the blue. Okay. This is my helping hand for today. No, I don't want my back scratched yet. Oh, but thank you anyway. I need you to pull down the screen so my kids can see what I'm doing. So hang on. Mr. Helping Hand is going to help me. Okay, here we go. Bye-bye, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, boys and girls, so we have our big sheet of paper. I'm going to use a marker for you to see. But when you do this, I want you to use a pencil, okay? But I'm using a marker so it's nice and dark so you can see. So the first thing I want to do is put a dot right in the center of this paper. You see that? And now I'm going to make a line that just keeps spiraling around and around. And I'm not going to go off the paper, and I'm going to stop when I hit this wall. Watch what Mrs. Lisa does. It's a straight line. And it's going around, and it's not a straight line, it's curving. But I started out with, look at this, look. Watch the top of the paper, watch the bottom of the paper. And I'm going to end this, so looping up, down and around, and back under. Because we are making a snake. And we are going to incorporate all our lines within our snake. So I'm going to start right over here and make a line. What does that look like? Just looks like a plain old straight line. But out of that straight line comes a slithering snake's tongue. Woo! Look at that! And I'm even going to give him an eye. There we go. And I used a line to make his eye. It's a line that went in a circular shape, and I filled in a circle in the center. Okay, so with your pencil now, let's start at the dot, and let's come across our circular pattern and create a line to the very first line we hit. Let's move down a little bit, and we'll start at the circle again, and we'll do the same thing. We'll make another line. Because what I'd like to do is start making sections that we can create different patterns and different lines. You see how Miss Lisa's doing this? I have some big sections, and that's good. I have some small sections, and that's good. And I'm going to continue around this snake until I made all these sections where I can create my beautiful lines, and I'm going to add some shapes, and I'm going to make this silly snake the most decorative, beautiful snake ever. Okay, so watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to start right here in this little section first. And I'm just going to make a bunch of straight lines from one end of this line to the other, only within this section. Do you like my straight lines? Now the second section, I'm going to choose a different line. How about we make them wiggly, squiggly, wiggly, squiggly. Look at how wiggly, squiggly. Wiggly, squiggly, squiggly, wiggly. I like that. So now I have two different sections that have different lines. Look at this big section here. What kind of lines can I make here? Well, I could make circular lines, which turns out to be big circles. Big, beautiful circles. So this line just goes into a circle. And I created a shape. I created a circular shape. And I like the way that looks on my snake. How about our next section? I think it's time to add a little zigzag to this painting. What do you think? Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. And I'll continue making zigzags in this one little section. Zigzag, 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 zig. Zigzag, zigzag. Oh my goodness, I'm getting dizzy from all these lines. What do you think? Look at it go. Okay, how about our next section? What other kind of lines could we add? Well, we did have those looping lines. Remember them? Let's do our looping lines. Loop-de-loop-de-loop-de-loo. La 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 la. I'm looping and looping and looping and looping. One more. Very interesting. And now we're going back into another section, and I think I'll do a straight line again. This one's on a diagonal. What? A diagonal? What's a diagonal? Look at Miss Lisa. Diagonal. It's on an angle. Diagonal. Use your arms. It helps you. My helping hand will bring my camera back down. Whoop. Okay. We're making it on a diagonal. 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 Now I have another section here. That section is pretty big, so you know what? Hold on, let me fix my camera. It's pretty big, so I think I might add more loops. Loopy, 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 loopy. Loopy, 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 loopy. Loopy, loopy, loo. I like that. I'm going to add another shape over here. I'm going to add squares. Those are just 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4 that I connect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you open up the door? Oh, no, that's not what I meant. 1, 2. I made a rhyme, though. A rhyme. Here we go. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to continue making great lines all the way around till you get back to the head of the snake. And when you get to the head of the snake, guess what we're going to do? We are going to take out whatever we like, whether we like crayons, or if we have colored pencils, or even if you have watercolor. Whatever you prefer or whatever you have at home, you can color in the different sections of your snake. What do you think of that? So go ahead, continue making your lines, and I'll meet back here with you when you're done, okay? And then we'll color together. So go make lines. I'll be here waiting, okay? Remember, vertical, horizontal, and diagonal. Zigzag, curvy, curvy, and loopy-loopy-loopy-loopy, like Miss Lisa's going loopy. Okay? See you in a little bit. Okay, I finished all the lines in my snake. How about you? Do you like what I did? I made all kinds of lines in my snake. And I put all different shapes within my snake. I have my circles over here, which are my lines turned into a curve around and around until I create a circle. I made flowers from my circle, and I put petals on them using curved lines. I made stars. They're pointy lines connected, and I made hearts. These are curvy lines brought into a point. And of course I made my squares, which were 4 straight lines. And then I added some zigzag lines, some loopy lines, some straight lines on a diagonal, some loop-de-loop-de-loop-de-loop-de, some broken lines, looks like the Morse code, dot dash, dot dash. And I mixed some thick lines and crisscrossed some thin lines. I even made little bumpy lines to look like my snake's scales, because you know snakes are scaly. And my curvy lines. I made all kinds of lines. How about you? I wish I could see what you did. So now it's time to color in our snake. Larry the snake loves lines, but he likes colorful lines even better. So how about you grab either your crayons, your color markers, your pencils, colored pencils, whatever you would like to color in your snake. But first, I would like you to outline all your beautiful lines with a black marker. This way we won't lose all of these beautiful lines when you start coloring in. So how Miss Lisa made hers with the dark black marker, I would like for you to do the same, and then I'd like you to start coloring. While you're doing that, I'm going to start coloring mine. I'm going to use a whole bunch of different things. I'm going to use markers. I might use colored pencils. And I might even use crayons. You can mix all your media, whatever you'd like. The more color, the better. So go ahead, start outlining all your designs and lines and shapes with a black marker. And then I'll meet you back here to see how you did. And then you start your coloring. And I can't wait to see what you did. I'll be back. Okay, did everybody outline their shapes and their lines with a black marker? Very good. And now it's time for you to start coloring. I've already started, and I'm using a bunch of different bright colors to make my snake beautiful. So you go ahead and do the same. Add the color to your snake. Mix up the colors. Blend colors, use markers, crayons, colored pencils, whatever you want. But make it beautiful. I know you will, because you guys are fantastic artists. I'll see you in a little while. Good luck. Boys and girls, I want you to know that this has taken Miss Lisa forever. So don't worry, this does take time. So just sit back and enjoy the experience and color to your heart's content. Okay, and I'll see you in a little while. I'm going to go back to my coloring my snake. Oh my goodness, Miss Lisa has finished coloring in her snake. How about you? This is a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun. Look at all the beautiful designs I made, patterns, lines, shapes. I enjoyed this. But now for the best part. We're going to make this snake come alive. So watch what I'm going to do. Mr. Helping Hand, can you help push the screen up? I'm back. Okay, now scissor in hand, I'm going to cut around my snake. Ready? Let's go around the snake. Let's not be careful. If you need help, don't forget, ask for help. Helping hands are the best hands, and I like my hands. Now I got a big long tongue, so I got to cut out this tongue, because I made my slithering snake with a tongue. See, I made a tongue on my snake, so I have to cut around the snake's tongue. So I'm going to cut into my snake. We're going to make him wake up and come alive. Not really alive, but we're going to pretend that he's alive. So don't anybody get scared. We're not going to make him really come alive. So let me cut out his tongue. Okay, now it's time for me to start cutting in to the center of my snake. So how do I do that? Let me get all these big parts out. Hold on. Almost ready. Hold on. Okay, so right now I'm left with just the outline of my snake, right? But we want to finish making him come alive. So I'm going to follow my dark black line that I made into a circular direction. See that? Remember the first line we made was a circular line. I'm going to cut right into that line. I'm using my scissors and I'm just going to follow that line. Oh look, my snake, he's already curling around my arm. That silly snake. The silly snake, Larry, the silly snake likes making lines. Yes, he does. Look, I have some sections where Larry's very thin, and some sections where he's very wide. I guess that day he ate more than the other day. And I'm just going around and around and around and around and around and around and around. I think I made too many circles. What do you think? Ugh, remind me to tell your teacher, don't make too many circles. We may never finish this project till the end of the year. So, just kidding. We're going to get it done. And guess when I stop? I'm going to stop right at the dot where we started our line. Ta-da! I finished. Oh my God, the snake is just wrapping himself all around me. He's making me... Look what a beautiful snake we made. He's a slithering snake, Larry. The snake likes making lines. How about you? Did you like making lines today? I hope you did. All right, boys and girls. His tongue, just silly snake. I will see you next week. We're going to make something new, something terrific, something to keep you happy, something to keep you busy. So until next week, this is Miss Lisa, your art teacher, saying ciao for now. Big good boy and girl, see you next week. Bye-bye.